Hi everyone. I want to talk about influencers and what I think their purpose is. You guys don't have to agree with me, but I've always kind of seen them this way. Like celebrities, those hot models, people who post super motivational quotes and never really interact with anyone. And you're still feeling shitty. There's no guidance on how to heal. It's just words being planted in your head. Those type of people, right? Images being planted in your head, seeing crystals everywhere, diamonds, the newest iPhone, influential monetary items. That era is dying, and I am happy about that. And I hope people find new ways to make income other than being a false influencer. And the reason I say false is because this is not what life is about. Life is not supposed to be about who has the biggest house, who has... You know where I'm going with this, right? So let's move past that. That's not what life is about. We're supposed to be manifesting forms of heaven, if that makes sense. We can get all biblical and stuff, but that's a really, really deep dive. It's more of a keynote. It's more metaphorical. It's not it's more spiritual. It's not literal. Where they stone people and all that, it's not literal. They're just talking about shameful things, like how heavy words are. In I was reading some of it like a while ago, actually. Sorry, I keep burping. Whenever I burp, it's channeled messages. You guys will notice it too. When you go and get into this flow of saying something intuitively, you'll be burping, or you'll get watery eyes, or ringing in your ear, or messy writing. Whenever it's channeled, that's what it is. You're being guided. But anyway, I'm noticing that people aren't looking up to celebrities as much. They're more critiquing them now. It's like we did a total flip, right? Of course, there's still love. Everyone can still love who they want to and look up to who they want to. But the thing about that is, there's a tower moment in material world, because everyone's waking up. We're getting enlightened. We're all becoming more aware of what's going on in the world. It's the distraction, ringing in the ear. It's a distraction from what we're really supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be healing the earth, healing each other, and energy is currency. Paper isn't currency, energy is currency. When you are full of love, patience, compassion, brutal truths. I know that people who preach love and light really just want to be positive all the time and say that's how you get what you want. You have to go through the dark night of the soul. You have to go through brutal truths. You have to go through really harsh endings. And it's hard to find a good balance, because sometimes we go from ignoring to love and light, positively only, because it makes me feel good. Then it's like, oh wait, that's actually super fake and super toxic, and you're fake for only being love and light. The reason we do polar opposites is because we have contradictory mindsets as we heal and go through each phase, as we start to realize things and wake up and see the other side of things. And most times it starts out with seeing our own truth, our childhood trauma, like bad relationships we're in, people we're surrounded by. It kind of feels like we're turning away from them, when we're really supposed to be learning how to find a happy medium. Does that make sense? And right now, it's like everyone's kind of just flipped and turned angry towards influencers. This is fake. This is a facade. And I'm gonna tell you, the more people start telling the truth, the less attention they're gonna get. Is that gonna make sense? Do you know how like they turned Jim Carrey into a fucking nut job? Britney Spears is a nut job. Who else fell off? Amy Winehouse. All these people. Kurt Cobain, Jimi Hendrix, like and Freddie Mercury. This is getting so deep into it, but I'm like so into this right now. I keep thinking about it. I keep watching videos on it. But you're gonna notice that they had some really harsh life paths, like molestation. Sorry, trigger warning, molestation, being drugged while you're getting big. Look at Doja Cat. Do you see how she's breaking down? Do you see how Megan Thee Stallion is starting to go on a downhill thing too? when people reach a certain peak, all of a sudden their credibility starts going down. When they reach a peak where they're starting to tell people the truth about what's going on, celebrities especially, you're going to notice this. They start talking about, oh, the government's doing this, or don't pay attention to that, and they start to have a very humanitarian, heavenly earth mindset. That's when their demise starts happening, because that's not what they're being paid to do. They're not being given millions of dollars and all of these opportunities to wake up the consciousness. They're being given this money to distract people and keep them on a level where diamonds are important. Spending money on the newest Apple Watch is important. I feel like that's why a lot of people don't like the Kardashians. This is such a weird video, but this is really a topic that I'm like on right now. I keep thinking about it. But that's why people don't like the Kardashians. They're not mindful. They're very superficial. They don't talk about important topics, and everything they say is very controversial. I feel like they're a great distraction. That's why they're still famous. That's why some of them are billionaires. And the thing with like all their drama, did you notice it catches so much attention? It's not. I notice people are slowing down on dabbling too much into the drama of the celebrities' lives, and it's kind of a good thing, because now we're like, that's not that fun anymore. Everyone needs to shut up and stop talking about them, and I agree. Because we have ourselves to focus on. There's actually some really crazy things going on in the world, and if we took a deeper dive into things, we would notice this too. I encourage you guys to don't get crazy about it, don't get obsessive, just pay less attention to the distractions. And you'll notice whenever you want to watch inspirational things, the video's glitchy, or you just can't get the information, or you're clouded and you just can't focus on your healing. Something about that is, I noticed this, and someone else actually said this in another video. Every time we have a heavy like download of information, and every time we're about to like reach a good point of clarity or something, all of a sudden we're distracted, we're angry, we're confused, we're frustrated, we're sleepy, we're obsessive. There are, as I always say, there's other sources out there who don't want us to reach this peak of consciousness. And it's going to keep happening. And something that inspired me, someone just commented on my video and talked about like the heavens and stuff. It's true, like there is good things coming in, we're manifesting it, we're healing, and a lot of us are choosing not to focus on the negative stuff anymore. But people with a lot of wounds, and that's why I encourage you guys, always do self-reflection, always do the mindful exercises, always practice double reflection. I kind of sometimes I noticed I still get triggered after like an intense conversation with someone that's negative, and I have to refrain from interacting with people after that, otherwise I'm projecting. Peace Lily, I found her on another channel, she actually said that to me, and I was like, you know what, I am projecting, I didn't even notice that. Be aware of those moments. If you find yourself taking offense, like I did, I took great offense to someone just making a lighthearted comment. That was a big eye-opener for me. I'm going to share all my raw moments with you guys, because we're all on the same path and journey, and I want you guys to know that these things I move so much, I'm sorry, I had a lot of sugar. But you're going to notice tiny little things like that trigger you. If you're having a negative feeling, it is projection, 100%. I always say this. And it's hard to reflect when there are energies being thrown in waves, like heavy waves around the world, because how do you notice energy? How do you feel energy when you're just getting into this path? How do you pick it up unless someone tells you, right? And a lot of people get really offended when you do this. Like me, whenever I can't stand celebrities, and when someone's having a conversation about them, I'm like, why is that important? Like, this is such a stupid conversation. Why are they important? They'll be like, they're people too, blah, blah, blah. Do you like when people talk about your life? And, you know, going back to their trauma and stuff, Everyone wants to judge and say that these celebrities are crazy or they're fucked up in some way. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Look at what they deal with. They deal with people every day talking about their flaws, their mistakes, their drug addictions, and it's a fight to want to keep going, you know? But you know what? I'm actually pretty proud of Britney Spears. Like, shit, she's still going, she's still doing her thing. That's years of narcissism. She was in a conservatorship or whatever, conservatorship. Conservat We're not going to do it today. But anyway, she was in this controlling situation. That's the epitome of manipulation and narcissism. Her money gone, her whole family turning on her as soon as she got free. Why weren't they happy that she was free? Why did they want to keep talking about her? All of a sudden, her sister's fallen off the map and no one's talking about her. Notice this. There's going to be they're going to keep trying to distract us with these stupid situations that have nothing to do with us. Why do these people need our opinion about this? We're insignificant to their life, and legally, we're not going to be able to help her in that way. If we can fight with petitions for someone's life, fuck yeah, let's do it. Everyone fought for Britney, and look at it, she's free. Amanda Bynes, she's free, and it was like Britney Spears was a stepping stone for that. I'm not saying these are like really important situations to focus on all the time, but I just want to place ourselves in their situation. That's an abusive relationship right there. That's what everyone deals with every day, but no one has compassion for these people. And you know what's crazy? We're paying attention to the wrong situations. Like all these children, you guys need to pay attention. All these children, they're going missing. Every day I worry about mine. Every day. Like I feel like I was at Britney Spears' crazy point, like where she is now with healing. I feel like I was there a year ago. Like I sounded like a nut job, but I was telling truths about people, and the people who were mean about me seemed more stable because no one's seen what they were doing. And when I started telling my truth, it just looked like I was a shit disturber. I was mentally ill, all this stuff. And people around her would feed her pills and liquor. And that's how it was for me. That's why I'm so like drawn to her. It's like I actually kind of lived that at one point. No lie. If you're in my personal life and you're watching these videos, this is going to make a lot of sense to you because it's like I wasn't necessarily at her point, like I wasn't jibber jabbering, and I'm not saying she's not making sense. Everything she says has a point, and she's coding. Notice her language. She's using code words. She's doing metaphors. That's what people do when they have a more expanded mind. It seems like it doesn't make sense. It seems like it's irrational, but they're using coding. Because if me, I was brutal. I lost a lot of friends because of it. I just said it like it was, and Britney Spears can't do that. Yes, she's like cussing out her family and stuff, but she can't talk on other people's involvement because she could legally get in trouble. So that's where we differentiate. This was a really interesting topic to talk about, and I hope it makes sense to you guys. I hope my rambling, I have ADD, so it's always going to be rambling here. It's never going to be organized anymore. I used to do structured videos, but now I'm just free-flowing, and they seem to be going pretty well with you guys. Let me know what else you want to hear about in the comments, too. I'm really open to discussing anything. I'm always reading and teaching myself. But did you notice that? Are you guys noticing this? A lot of influencers who got famous off of being superficial are now dying down. And the ones who woke up super early are made out to be crazy. And now they're living very holistic private lives. And I feel like a lot of them are tampering down with the crazy image because they're just not catching enough attention. Like, I hate that the Kardashians were made this famous because it's just such a distraction for a lot of people, and a lot of people want to look like them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to say about this topic. But, oh yeah, I wanted to talk about how we get distracted when we're healing with the waves of energy. Oh, this video's already 15 minutes. It's okay. You guys can leave if you want to. I'm going to talk about the waves of energy when you're trying to get your downloads. this is gonna happen. Like, did you notice Wi-Fi glitches out, videos don't load, your apps won't load, they won't open up, you feel like irritated super easy? Those are the waves of negativity coming through. You have to just be patient, and try and swim out of the gutter. Try and get out of the gutter, because that's when you're getting the strongest downloads. That's why there's such a tidal wave of energy, emotion, thought. Try your hardest to get out of that, because the really negative waves come in. Is that making sense? I know I sound crazy. I don't care anymore, though. It's helping people. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, about 3 months ago, I didn't really notice this, but then I started thinking, but this is when I feel the heaviest download. This is when I feel like the most ascension symptoms. It's when I feel obsessive and negative and pessimistic, and when my phone's not working, when the Wi-Fi keeps cutting out. I notice some people try and say all those things are a part of the ascension. It's actually a collision of negative and or dark and light. And I hope that that can help you guys sort out what is yours and what isn't. Negative is surfacing. It can come out. They're pulling it out of you. They know you have trauma. They're going to keep pulling it out. Whoever it is that, you know, works on this fucking with people's healing. And our smartphones are called smartphones for a reason. That's when we start scrolling more. We start looking at tarot more. That's when we start ordering more online shopping to distract ourselves. I'm just starting to sound crazy. All my downloads come in the middle of the night, and you know what's crazy? I'm completely sober. Like, do you guys notice this about yourselves? You notice you get the most thought like between, for me, it's like midnight, 1 a.m. until 4 in the morning. Sometimes I actually like wake up and I'm like, should I record a video? It's actually like that sometimes. But yeah, it's the nighttime when I get the most inspiration to make these videos, and it's the nighttime during the times of ascension where the most negativity hits me. I listen to Reiki to relieve curses, black eye, and heavy dark energy, and it clears me right away. In my energy public playlist, I'm going to repeat this a few times. I have it in the description box below. I just added one to remove curses and evil. So I think it's at the bottom of the list. I'm not sure yet. But remember this, when you start feeling triggered by something, is that you? Because I'm really glad this person, whoever they were, Peace Lily, I'm really glad that they actually said that, because I just had a negative conversation with someone and it kind of had me on a little bit of a spiral, and I was responding pretty spicy. So, yeah, I guess that's all I'm going to share for this video. This one's kind of long. I'm sorry, guys. I try and keep them 10 minutes because I know that it's really inconvenient to listen to a 20-minute video. But this is one topic where I kind of had to dabble into a few different situations, and my hand's moving a lot. Again, I'm sorry if that's distracting. I'll try my best to keep my hand out of the video next time. But I had a lot of sugar, and I'm going to go have some more. Bye. Love you.